Welcome back, rugby fans, to Rugby411. As always, I'm your host. My name is Joshua Shibata, and this is the 2025 Pacific 4 Series preview by Rugby411, an exciting series of women's rugby action. It's relatively new. This is the third iteration of the series. USA takes part of this series along with northern rival Canada, and then very stiff competition from Australia and New Zealand, our Pacific nations neighbors to the southwest of us. Again, very exciting competition. It really does give USA a chance to play against some really tough competition in women's rugby, and it is a very nice setup for the 2025 Women's Rugby World Cup, which will be kicking off in England August 22nd, where unfortunately USA is in a pool with the number one ranked team in the world, England, in that game. So again, the fact that you get to play against some very top teams in this competition as a precursor and setup really benefits USA a lot. Last year in this competition, USA placed third in the competition. They lost to Canada 50-7, lost to New Zealand 57-5, but were able to get the win against Australia 32-25 to get the third place win. We will preview, of course, all three matches when they happen, but we will be focusing, of course, on the match of Canada. So that match is happening tomorrow, May 4th, at the CPKC Stadium in Kansas City. Number 9 USA taking on number 2 Canada. A couple weeks later, May 17th, we will be going to Australia, Canberra, Australia, the capital of Australia, at Glow Stadium to take on number 6 ranked Australia, and then New Zealand, number 3 ranked in the world, May 25th at North Harbour Stadium in Albany, New Zealand. So again, going against the number 2, number 3, and number 6 ranked women's team in the world, it is a tough competition, but it is great practice and setup for the Rugby World Cup, as I mentioned, in August. So let's preview, of course, the first matchup against Canada tomorrow, May 4th, CPKC Stadium. You can watch that game live and then later on demand on the Rugby Pass, absolutely free RugbyPass Tv, absolutely free app. Has a lot of rugby on there, including the sevens. So sevens competition. If you missed that, you can catch up on all that on RugbyPass TV. CPKC Stadium is a soccer stadium home to the KC soccer team. It is a relatively new stadium, just built. It holds 11,500 fans. Apparently, we are almost at a sold-out stadium. So if that is true, 11,500 in attendance. This will be the most watched USA women's rugby game in the United States in history. So history could be in the making in this matchup. If you're able to watch the game live, highly recommend it. This is awesome. You will be a part of history. And it is part of a huge rivalry between USA and Canada. Now, these two teams have played against each other 46 times. It is the one team that USA has played against the most, which, that only makes sense. Unfortunately, in this rivalry, we are coming up short. Canada is ahead 27 wins to 19 for the United States. Canada is also on a 9-game winning streak. Last time the USA has been able to defeat Canada was back in 2019 in Chula Vista, so close to San Diego in Southern California, but barely winning that game 20-18. So USA hoping to make that change in this game. I will put up the lineup right here. So this is very similar to the lineup that unfortunately just fell short against Japan last weekend in Wallace Annenberg Stadium. Head coach Yone Fukufuka was saying that, Japan played a very smart game. USA was not necessarily great in their decision making, so hopefully they learn from this game. And again, that's what these games are for, to get these women a chance to really play with each other, to form that bond in preparation for the big test ahead, which includes this Pacific 4 series. So you see the lineup here. Like I mentioned before, not a lot of changes, if anything. in this lineup. The only change is that number 14 is now Emily Henrik, who moved from 13 to 14. Cheta Emba, unfortunately, is out, but that makes way for number 13, Ilona Mar, who, of course, I mean, if you don't know who that is, where have you been? Hottest star of USA Rugby, hottest star probably in rugby in a long time. Has over 1 million followers on Instagram. She has become a star. She is a Dancing with the Stars winner. She has become a cultural icon, and now she will be returning to the 15s for just her third cap. Since being part of the USA Sevens team that won a bronze medal in the 2024 Olympics last year in France. Also should be noted that Hope Rogers, the number 1 prop, is going to be getting her 52nd cap. That will be a record-breaking cap, the most caps of any woman in USA Rugby history. She will break the record of Jamie Burke, who had 51 before as well. Now Hope will have 52, and she's still looking strong. She will be, if she's able to play in this year's Rugby World Cup, she will have 4 Rugby World Cups under her belt. That is not an easy feat by any standard. Any Olympian will tell you to be in 4 different competitions, like a Rugby World Cup, like an Olympics, is amazing. That's literally 16 years of competing, and you're able to be at that high standard. So congratulations to Hope Rogers. A great, great, great accomplishment for her. And then you're looking at the bottom 4 is pretty much where you're going to see some changes in the reserves. In our Freda Tafuna, who is actually still a college student from Lindenwood with 10 caps under her belt. Taina Tukuafu from the Bay Breakers will make her appearance. Gabby Cantorna, very talented player who's with the Exeter Chiefs in Europe, will get her 33rd cap. And then Nicole Heverland, another former Sevens player and also part of the Boston Banshees, will be soon up in the 15s. But that is the lineup. Yeah, I mean, this will be a very tough test. I'm not gonna, gloss over the fact that Canada is the number 2 team in the world for a reason. They are very, very strong. I don't think they're going to be missing a beat in this one. It's going to be stiff competition for the United States. We're just hoping for at least a competitive game. I feel that when you go further down to Australia and New Zealand, I feel USA has a better chance to possibly winning those games. The Canada game will be very tough, but being played here in the United States in front of a sold-out crowd, I think will help a lot. Plus, again, Ilona Mar making her appearance at the 15s, it will be exciting. So again, if you are in the Kansas City area, get yourself a ticket if tickets haven't already been sold out, because you will be a part of history tomorrow. And again, if you're not able to be there live, you can watch all the games in the Rugby 4 series on the RugbyPass TV. Absolutely free app. And again, support your women, support your USA team. Let's go USA! Thank you very much for checking out my video, and I'll see you on the pitch.